share with all the teachers, colleagues, this is very important topic that we are talking about, teachers' mental well-being, and what are the measures that we can take to prevent teachers' burnout today. And Dede, with your experience, what is teacher burnout and how do you define this?
Okay, Pooja. Well, psychology today describes burnout as like a state of chronic stress that leads to physical and emotional exhaustion, cynicism, detachment, and feelings of ineffectiveness and lack of accomplishment. I like the beginning of that definition, a state of chronic stress that leads to physical and emotional exhaustion. But that's where I'd stop with that definition. I don't think that as teachers, we have to reach the additional more negative states, the worst states of the cynicism, detachment, and feelings of ineffectiveness that they talk about. I don't think that we have to. I think that we can, what we can do is make some changes to prevent it. I think that once we recognize we're in a lot of stress and we're getting tired more often, we may even have a day or two of unusual exhaustion, physically or mentally. Well, once we reach that point, these for me are like health indicators. They're like red flags. And it's time to take a moment to reflect and kind of assess what's going on with my body, what's going on with me. And we don't have to let it get worse than that. We can stop it here. So and I think, there are other indicators that we can look for too, or unusual things about ourselves that we might notice. Like we might find ourselves having less patience or becoming impatient with others at times, something that's, out of character for us. We might find ourselves feeling anger, or notice that maybe that's happening more frequently. Some of these would fall under that cynicism category, but we don't have to wait until it gets worse. It's, when we first start noticing those things combined with the physical and mental exhaustion, then, that's a red flag. It's time to stop and take notice. So I think for me, a better definition, for me, teacher burnout is like when you have situations of overwork, continual stress, unrealistic expectations and demands, and a nonstop attempt to reach all the goals under enormous loads of stress, meet every demand placed on yourself, whether by yourself or demands by others, to the point where you just get physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted, which if you continue and don't stop, it could lead to a shutdown in one or more areas of your life. And that's when it gets serious. That would require like a reduction, a change, serious measures taken to prevent a complete burnout.